Hi, I'm Laura Hartnett with Law by Design, and I'm excited to be back to summarize another business book for lawyers. This time, I'm talking about Carol Dweck's great book, Mindset. I had heard that there were a lot of good details in this book that just can't be easily summarized by what you hear about the differences between fixed mindset and growth mindset. And those people were right. So I want to give a brief background if you haven't heard of fixed mindset and growth mindset, but really get into some of the misconceptions about those terms and how they apply to lawyers. So first of all, fixed mindset. That's where you believe that your qualities, your skills are some sort of innate talent that you have that is given to you and they cannot change. Either people are born with it or they're not born with it. I heard this recently when someone talked about a singer and they're going, "Oh, that singer is so talented and I wish I had those skills." Well, no, that singer actually has to work on it, do vocal warm-ups, work with coaches. It's a skill that's developed because that's more of the growth mindset. The growth mindset is the belief that your skills can be cultivated through your effort, through strategy, through help with others that support you along the way. The growth mindset embraces that your potential is unknown. People with a growth mindset love a good challenge to get them to that place because they know that they can if they put in the time and the effort. Now, you may already know that information, but the most common misconception is that people are either one mindset or they are the other. And that, my friends, is an example of a fixed mindset, believing that people can only fall into one of two buckets. It's not true. In fact, as Carol Dweck explains, we are all a combination of both mindsets. There will be areas in our life, perhaps with certain people, certain situations, where we will demonstrate a growth mindset, and then there will be those times where we demonstrate a fixed mindset. So, for example, how this might play out is you believe if you work really hard, you can get great at playing tennis. You'll put in the hours, you'll hire a trainer, you'll get really good at tennis. But you also might believe that some people just make mistakes and they don't know what they're doing, and you might be a little intolerant of that. You might even be intolerant of the mistakes in yourself. You may be really subject to harsh criticism in your own head. And I see that a lot with attorneys. And that's a great example of a combination of a fixed and a growth mindset. So why this matters, and again, the subtitle to this book is The New Psychology of Success, is that your mindset and your beliefs that you have when you approach a situation, they will lead to the thoughts that you have and ultimately lead to the actions that you take. Again, for example, if you work with a colleague that you say, that person just does not get it, and you're approaching that with a fixed mindset, you are far less likely to mentor that person, to train that person, to get them the resources that they can need so they do get the information. And again, if you're hard on yourself and you're receiving criticism, instead of going, what can I learn from this situation? I see this as an opportunity to grow. Instead, you're using language like, I am a failure. And that might eventually cause you to leave the practice of law, and that is a damn shame. So that's where the growth mindset that everyone has to expend energy and effort in order to create their achievements really develop success for yourself and for your organization. So what can you do knowing you have this beautiful mix of different mindsets in different situations? Well, first of all, and this is surprising, you need to embrace your fixed mindset. That first step is acknowledging you have different mindsets in different situations. Finding those, and then being aware of the triggers that set that off. And again, that could be when you interact with a certain person, you get into that fixed mindset. In a certain situation, you go into that fixed mindset. So be aware of where it shows up And what Carol Dweck says, when it does show up, don't shoo it away. Don't immediately try to flip into a growth mindset. You have to acknowledge it. You have to see how it's playing out in your head. And then you can tell that fixed mindset, not today, fixed mindset. I see you're trying to protect me. I see what you're trying to do, but here's what I want to do instead, and how you flip over into that growth mindset. I believe this helps lawyers tremendously, because what I am hearing so much right now is how stuck lawyers feel, how the world is changing. We're slowly coming out of this pandemic, but we know it doesn't look like how it did before. And how do we adapt? And we miss the old days. And especially for women and minorities that are seeing the Great Resignation and not seeing individuals that look like them or have the same backgrounds that they do in the practice of law, Carol Dweck actually points out this contributes more to a fixed mindset to go, well, I don't see anyone like me, therefore I can't do it. Maybe I don't have the skills. It contributes to that imposter syndrome so much. So this, adjusting your mindset, is the key to growth and change. Getting curious, asking questions, and really going about it wondering, what can you do to get to that place, and knowing that you can do it. If you or your organization need help with this, this is what I do. I offer consulting, training, and speaking on how to get yourself and your organization into a growth mindset to achieve that success in the practice of law. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.